afternoon, Priscilla. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And how about yourself?
I'm fabulous. It is so nice to talk to you. I'm fangirling a little bit, and it doesn't feel surreal to be able to talk to you on the phone. So thank you for taking the time to talk to us and make your way up to Kentucky next weekend.
I know, I'm very excited.
Well, we cannot wait to have you, and hopefully they show the utmost Southern hospitality. If you do not mind, tell me a little bit about the event. What can people expect? What's going to happen?
Well, they can expect, actually I'm talking about my life in the beginning, and how I met Elvis, and basically what drew us together. Things that I really haven't talked about that much, really, but it's just I have a moderator there who will also ask questions. People can ask questions in the audience, of course, when it's done, if there's something they're curious about. But yes, it's me really talking about my life and what I've learned, what I've come to as far as a person, and my what my life made me into what I am today. Whether it be a business person, or whether it be an actress, or whether it be a mom, it's the ups and downs of life and entertainment, and being in Hollywood and how that changed my life. I really discuss a lot of things, and so far it's been very successful.
Well, it sounds just phenomenal because, you have had a lot of experiences to shape you into who you are today. And that, someone's story is very personal, and, it should be heard. And I know everybody's excited to hear more into it. You hear and you see it from others' perspectives, but now we can hear it from yours.
Yeah. Right. I think it's just, and it's also the time of my life that I feel I can share this. I'm 77, and I think, gosh, I have so many questions from people. I'm very private. I've kept so much to myself. So I'm just, ready to discuss things and clear up things, let's say, that people hear or that's out there, or the press. My relationship with Riley, and it's been, press has been out there saying we're fighting it out, which was not true. So I'm sharing all of this because I just feel that it's time for me.
And did anything provoke that, or is that just something inside yourself that you're like, I'm ready?
No, I'm just ready. I'm ready to clear up a lot of things. There's right now stuff out there that Riley and I aren't talking, and the press does all this because they make all the money. Because people, of course, want to know what's going on, what's the gossip. So I've just come to this time in my life where I'm ready to share, and ready to discuss, and ready to answer questions.
Yes, ma'am. And, you have lived such a glamorous life. And, I know that's probably a term that it doesn't get thrown around lightly. And sometimes it is glamorous and sometimes it is hard or lonely, and you've always been in the limelight, since you've been young. Do you have any advice for anybody that, just throughout your life, do you have any advice for someone that's just going through life right now that's like, maybe I should slow down and think about this?
Well, I think to each their own. I think that, my life is very different, obviously. I have lived in the limelight, and I think that's probably the most difficult, is living in the limelight and having people talk about you and coming to their own conclusions. And there's always gossip, and there's always the ones who are Priscilla lovers and Priscilla haters, and the same thing with Elvis. It's like you go through ups and downs, and I had to learn from a young age from a couple of experiences. What I will share with the audience on when I was shocked, the things people were saying about me because I was so young, and I'll tell a story about being in the dressing room. And I was actually pregnant. I was looking with my daughter, and I was looking for something to wear, and there was a couple of girls that came in the dressing room next to me, and I heard them talking, and I was shocked on what they said, and that I planned all this, so I could get married to Elvis, and it was so hurtful that I didn't I didn't live that life. I lived, with my mom and dad, and I didn't have people gossiping and throwing things around. So it was my first introduction to people saying things that weren't true. And, then I continued. I mean, but, I won't put up with it, obviously. But it just, I think it made me stronger in some ways and maybe understand why the jealousy was there. But anyway, I'm not going to continue this now. But it's just I'm open up to, with my show to tell stories and how it changed my life and how, of course, Elvis is, being married to Elvis also changed my life and how my parents were just devastated over certain things that happened. And so, yeah, I just, and so far it's been so good. The audience seems to really love it and appreciate it.
Well, good. And, it's so great to be able to hear your story because you are a person. It's not just, you want everybody to know that you are your own and you're not,
right.
you have a personality, you have a life that is not connected sometimes to somebody else. So it's nice to hear your version.
Yeah. Right, that's right.
We are very excited to have you in Kentucky and cannot wait to see the show. And, I will personally be there, and I'm so excited.
Oh, great. Great.
So thank you for taking, I know you have to go, and so thank you for taking the time today to speak with us, and it's such an honor, a true honor.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it, and I'd love to meet you when you're there. So we have a face to
yes,
each other,
ma'am. Well, I most certainly will, and thank you, Mrs. Presley. We appreciate you more than you know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Safe travels, okay?
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.